Sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Hello!
Sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Hello, hello everybody. Hi, how is everybody doing tonight? Today, I am not streaming at night tonight. I'm so not used to this. Hello. Hi Yoku, hello Cameron, hi Iris, hello Jojo. Hi everybody, how are you all doing? It's the Hare, it's me. I can't say it's me anymore without thinking of that Golden Freddy image. It's me. It's been years since I played the FNAF and I don't really follow it. But I have to say the memes that come out of the FNAF community, they are very, very good. PC almost crashed and burned this week. Oh, that is not good. What happened to it? Did you manage to fix what was happening? Also, you might hear me sniffle. I am still a little bit sick. I am having a lot of allergies, I think. But other than that, I'm doing fine. Had to factory reset it. Ugh. It's always a pain to have to factory reset the computer. It's been a while since I did mine for the shorts with Tooth. Yeah. It really does. The worst part of having to factor is that you pretty much lose a lot that you were in progress with, but that is understandable. Take your time, Jojo. Make sure everything is fine. And make sure everything is installed, because I'm not sure if you do that, but at least in OBS and Adobe Premiere, I do have a lot of plugins and add-ons that I use to make things a little bit easier. Especially in OBS. OBS I use a lot of stuff. But having to reinstall every single plugin can be incredibly annoying. Gotta get up now. I understand what you're saying, but please remember to take care of yourself first, alright? Oh my god, yeah? 130 stream streak. That is insane. Thank you so much, Karen. How do you get a streak this high? I'm gonna have to stream at like 3 a.m. one of these days for 30 minutes just to make 6-7. That's basically, oh my god. Mods, can we ban Iris? Please, thank you. Put my Iris into mousetrap. Not having much to lie. Understandable. 24 grace period where I can keep to watch. That is true. That is true. If you watch the VOD in 24 hours, you can lose stuff. Dang. Lost my nearly 50 streak because our collab didn't count as me watching. That is kind of bullshit, isn't it? I feel like that would count. Like, if you are playing with someone, especially if you're doing a stream together thingy, I think it should count. But I guess, you know, the tech just isn't there yet. The technology of Twitch is not 6-7. You still have 64 streams to go until you reach 6-7. And hopefully 67 is gonna be a dead meme by the time. What's worth you make my rough days brighter in my distance days? Oh, thank you so much, Karen. I'm happy to know that I can help somehow to make my distant days more rabbit themed. True. Days being more rabbit themed is good. More rabbits in life are good. This is why rabbits reproduce so much, because the more rabbits there are, the better. It's simply nature's way of saying that the world should be dominated by rabbits. Unfortunately, the primates were the ones who evolved first. You will live forever, still say E. Ah, you're right. What's up with the kid, with the actual 67 kid? Did they make a podcast already? Did they make how many scans are they in right now? Because, you know, whenever you as a become a micro celebrity by making a new meme, you have to milk it through scams and bitcoins and NFT and whatever else you can find. Sorry, had to take some medicine. And some water too. I thought, now that you say Iris, it is really funny how we joke about how, like, oh, I heard a weird noise in the house without hearing it anymore. How we joke about 67 being like a stupid meme and all that, but then you look at what became a meme way back then, and yeah, it's also like, it's always like something stupid. I also do the E meme every once in a while. I have to confess. This is one of my weaknesses. Speaking of, I am not going to do the entire interval tonight because I have D&D later. Cheeseburger. At least that the cheeseburger thing. The cheeseburger thing would give us cute cat pictures. The cute cat pictures are always a good thing. I am not sure about what 67 breeds was. Remember that the raw XP was a thing. there's still people who talk like that. So that is still a thing. Honestly, I don't think I need any of these. I'm not gonna roll. Also, isn't it funny how this ID apparently is dog shit? It seems like people at Limbus company, they don't know how to balance charge, which is weird. Yeah, the E-Sync flopped. I wonder why they're so afraid of like not making charge stronger. I hope at one point they release some kind of ego or something to make charge viable, so I can have a Queen of Hatred, an entire team centered around Queen of Hatred. I actually want to work on this, so I have like Queen of Hatred, Red Eyes and Penitence, the multi-crackers, Gregor. I'm not sure what else could I put here, but I want to have an entire team of this eventually. For now, I have my bleed team pretty much prepared, and I don't think I'm going to change anytime soon. Whenever I need to do Refractarial, I can use the Blade of Spider's Ryoshu, which is absurdly broken. My burn team is almost done. As you can see, I have Magic Bullet, I have Sinclair and Gregor and these 4 at 60. Then I need to put her at 60. And then I'm not sure if I can get a better fire one. We're gonna have to wait and see. The new Dawn Eagle might be good. Wait, really? The new Dawn Eagle is an Envy Eagle, right? What is it again? Is it a Zion Eagle? What eagles do I have for her? I don't have a lot of eagles for her, actually. Should be. Oh, that eagle's gonna be good in the Envy team, right? God, I really hope they at one point gonna give us a better way to get experience. Because leveling a new unit is, I imagine for people that are playing the game for a long while, it's a lot easier. But if you're not, that's gonna be a problem. But yeah. Same as Altis. Oh yeah, I do have the Altis thing. I have it equipped on her. I'm gonna be real, I never try to spin my egos. But you know, it's fine. So far it hasn't really been needed. If I could make it this far without upgrading the ego, that's fine. Speaking of being that far, I think I mentioned this before, but I'm not doing the entire interval today. Considering we have until September to finish it, I'm gonna split it on 2 streams. This one and not next week, probably the one after that. Unless the interval is very short, which I don't think is what's gonna happen. So yeah. Intervalo is good. Take your time. Oh, I will. I heard good things about Intervalo too. Well, we got enough time. True. God, speaking of the next Kanto, the art of what's apparently gonna be the capstone eagle for Merceau is so good. He looks so cool in that. Yeah, the splash art is cooking. Also, incredible symbolism that they have the sun looking like the lens of a camera and at the same time looking like the hole of a gun. It makes me wonder if the sun is actually the sun in Endcorp, you know? Looks like a Bloodborne hunter with Dark Souls 3. Exactly. It looks so good. It's gonna be great to see Merceau in the spotlight. It will also be good because I will be able to get where is it? here? Yeah, this one. I'm gonna be able to get this unit. I think it's so cool here. Even if I ended up not using him a lot, I think I will still get him just for the like the outfit, just for the facade. And then I will need a bunch of. Sorry, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Sorry. Whew. I've been feeling like I would sneeze for a while now, and it never came out. Leslie, thank you. When the season changes, I'm gonna have to get all of the Hare shows. Come to me, my Hare shows. I did play with the Lord of Honglu on Toronto with MD, and it is pretty fun. Pretty easy to hold that rough, eh? Yeah. See, at least this cold is not giving me any body ache, and I don't have a fever. So it's I feel like it's more of some kind of allergy. But other than that, I'm doing fine. Other than the sneezes and the coughing, I am doing decently well. I have been. Unfortunately, Morgana is a little bit sick. We took her to the vet recently. It's nothing like super serious, but we're gonna have to get her medicine on Monday. And have you ever tried to feed pills to a cat? It's not really a fun experience. I think at the end of the week, I'm gonna look like, my arms are gonna look like Heathcliff from all the scars. Which is a very nice cat. She never really like scratches me whenever I have to hold her, or like whenever I have to give medicine to her. She just tries to get out of the way and closes her mouth, but she never really hurts me. Yeah, it is sad, but at the same time I know that it's nothing serious. It is nothing life-threatening. It's just a matter of like making sure she doesn't get out too much, so it doesn't infect other cats, and give her medicine for a while, and she'll be fine. Just a lot of discomfort, but it is very treatable and not a huge deal. At the end of the day, I know she's gonna be fine, so I'm not too stressed about it. And now she also knows that like this is her home and she's safe here, because she will. Hold on, give me a second. I just realized something. There we go. There we go. You can see my cursor now. So she'll be fine. She is getting all the treats and food and warm blankets that she wants. So yeah, I'll keep her updated. Whenever she's better, I will take pictures of her to post on Twitter. Twitter.com. Okay. And this is my Star Road team. Let's. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Oh, let's start. MNESTIC experience. What does MNESTIC means? Is something to do with memory, because amnestic is like in a state of amnesia, right? You don't remember something. So MNESTIC is about remembering, imagine. Consultation session. Okay. Also, I have boxes, so I don't have to worry too much about the energy. No, wait, for this one, we should go about it like. No, he could just be in the Vanguard for too long. I should put him back and let him. Ante. Huh? Oh, sorry. Did you say something? I provided you an answer to your question, but you exhibited no observable response. Is the sinner's combat performance deteriorating beyond manageable parameters? No, things aren't that bad, but it's hard to focus on one conversation when I'm trying to spark battles happening completely different places at once. That is true. This is a Malkuth thing, isn't it? It has some pretty cool implications about what Dante's thing is supposed to be, you know? On top of that, Rhodia's shopping shadow is starting to get lewd. Exactly. Wait, does it mean that now they can just, like, people can just contact Dante whenever they want? Oh my god. Giving Don Quixote unlimited access to Dante's ear is an incredible, dangerous thing to do. Few days after we entered the Encorp district, the bus pulled over the backstreets of Encorp to take care of a distortion case. The contract was supposed to be handily jointed with the LCD team, but technically I'm trying to solve science now. Yeah, I imagine that's a lot of stress for Dante. I imagine there is a way to shut it off, or there should be. Distortion suddenly started cropping out over the area of the backstreets called Butter Street. Not incoherent pattern. Wait. More distortions? Plural? Are people already deploying those black pillars? The monoliths? Nothing convenient like that. I had no choice but to send several groups to send them out. Altis, Ishmael, Sinclair, Don Quixote, Ising, and Merceau went on their way with rendezvous to the LCD. Heathcliff, Grego, and Honglu were suppressing distortions showed up from another direction. And before onboard stock scraped to the bottom, Rhodia and Ryoshu, who both whirled their shell suppression work, were put in charge of buying supplies for the bus. You put Ryoshu on the supply run? Okay, at least it's understandable. Ryoshu has been through a lot. I think she deserves, you know, some time in the background. For Faust, she decided to stay behind on the bus. I wanted to get through the consultation sessions I've been putting off, and I thought I might as well get myself some much needed practice with anything new Golden Bolt power I acquire. To reiterate, there are no issues requiring special concern regarding Faust. It's true that Faust has, on several occasions, expressed dissatisfaction for certain Faust. However, consistency should be classified as a mere personal grievance. I mean, that's good if that's all there is to it, but it's not the first time Faust seemed unlike herself. There had been times before where she spent far longer than usual, lost in thought, moments to not produce immediate answers to questions the other seers, I mean. You know, I think Faust should be a lot more worried considering there are only 2 sinners left before it's their time, and surely Faust is aware that something really, really bad is gonna happen when it's her turn, right? As is tradition. Could it be you can't access the Jazzle Shaft? May I ask the basis for that interference? Inference? Because you're acting a lot like you did back at the Warp Train. It appears there remain occasions on which we're still capable of surprising Faust, don't they? So I was right. You really are cut off from the Jazzle Shaft? That was not intended as a confirmation of your conjecture. Maybe she's saying that while she can technically access the Jazzle Shaft, that's all that she can't. Yeah. The Jazzle Shaft is not really being good to her. The point where I wonder how trustworthy their information is at the point. Wish I could ask more and get to the bottom of it, but the way she's sidestepping the subject told me that prying wouldn't give me any further insight. We're 100% destroying the Jazzle Shaft during Canto 12, right? I won't press you if you don't want to talk about it. Your reserve is appreciated. Shall we move on? Yes, your consultation's the next agenda. Yeah, poor Faust is Faust. Do you think there is an actual, like, poor Faust in the Jazzle Shaft, giving people hints on how to survive on, like, ramen for a month? Also, from what I am understanding, the entering of the Jastle Shaft, I am really curious on like how the Jastle Shaft came to be, you know? It doesn't feel like it's mirror technology, because if it was, then surely they would need Heathcliff, sorry, they would need Yiseng to contact the Jastle Shaft. Do not be shocked with such a fuss like this. Yeah. And they are god of the city. Ooh. Wait. You might be onto something here. That might be a possibility. We know of Hermes, yeah. We also know that Altus is somehow connected to the gods of the city, right? She is Odysseus after all, and Odysseus is the story is a lot about the relationship with the gods. One thing that we know that magic, actual magic, is a thing in Project Moon, except it's like extremely rare. But considering what we know, what we hear from false IDs, I don't think she would be using magic here. When will Poseidon smite the city? Karim, if you look how the whales look in Project Moon, you will note that Poseidon is already giving us a lot of trouble here. Oh my god, if we find out that the Altis Grace, if Altis is like doing all that she's doing because of the prescript, it will be incredibly interesting to know what happens if or when we cut her off, right? Also god of earthquake. Really? Okay, that one I did not know. Like, I wouldn't understand if it was god of like tsunamis aren't a thing in ancient Greece, are they? Probably not. Plutonic fruit. Right. They are? Are there any? I never thought about it. The Minoans were obliterated by one. Oh! Wait, Minoans as in King Minos? As in the Minotaur? You telling me the Minotaur got washed by a tsunami? Damn! I think I need to get into ancient history. I never thought too much about it, you know, because we had a lot. I never thought about tsunamis and other natural disasters back then. I mean, sure, I know volcanoes exploding and earthquakes and all that, but yeah, how they would handle stuff like that, huh? I should probably look that up. Yeah, the Minoans being obliterated by a tsunami using crazy to me. After cross-referencing the records pertaining to the recent events of the House of Spiders, it would appear that memories concerning the individuals designed as Sora and Ren currently remain only with you, Dante. As such, should the influence of Ryoshu and her sword lead to further omissions in the records, the manager will be responsible for supplementing necessary information. It is interesting, another point here, that we had more than one instance of things being obliterated from existence. Like, concept erasers are a big thing in Project Moon. They exist, they are real, and they are effective. But somehow Dante remembers them. Dante is immune to any... How would one be immune to concept incineration? That's interesting, isn't it? Huh. What are you, Dante? Yeah, not the first time, only one left fintech memories, huh? Yeah, despite Kekar's memory procedure, Catherine's erasure by the Golden Bow, and Araya Shiki severing people from existence. The Golden Bow can surely bring Catherine and Araya Shiki back, right? And Araya... I figure the Golden Bow can, like, bring back Catherine from Dante's memories. Dante's immune to a lot of things. Except physical, right? That's interesting. This one has some funny did you know moments. Once in the Mother Light makes you go, what the fuck? True. The Pail of the Whale, yeah. So much so that being around Dante would weaken the Pail, right? But still won't remember what had inspired. But ironically enough, the memories I had prior to stopping my head with this clock still show no sign of returning. That is true, right? This is so weird. Like, the entire situation around Dante is so interesting when you think about it. Dante is immune to most things, but apparently it only began after the clock was quote-unquote implanted on her head or swapped somehow. And even then, the memory loss was, like, progressive. What if Dante is a fixed point in time? That would make sense considering... You know what I just realized? I noticed some of the IDs. They mention Dante, right? But how is Dante on other mirror worlds? Is Dante in other mirror worlds the exact same as this Dante? Is Dante the same in every single mirror world? You know what I'm saying? Is Dante a constant in reality? So how? Was Dante created by magic? Oh, there's so many answers. Time is technically in every world. That is true. It does feel like there are some events that are like fixed in every timeline. For example, the White Knights seem to happen in every single world, right? A son of Sparta! True, it's just the blood of Sparta. I can't wait until we reach the end of Inferno and Dante wakes up their Devil Trigger. Why won't my old memories come back though? Like how this clock had? What if... Hold on. What if the body of Dante... What if Dante is an entity possessing someone? You know what I'm saying? Like when they apply an idea over someone, and when they apply an idea over someone, their memories are not exact, right? We should just start wearing a blue coat and talk about power. If your Geo speaks up like a ton, I'm gonna go crazy. Speculation based on your experience with Buzz Team thus far will not meaningfully contribute to the recovery of your farmer memories, manager. You know a single thing about Dante overall. True. Exactly. Dante is him. Dante was him. Dante will continue to be him. Or them. We don't know. There is a real possibility. The game is very careful. Both on... I think, if I remember correctly, on Korean it also does that. Where they never really confirm Dante's gender. In some of the art, they look very masculine. Some of the art, they look very feminine. They have a very androgynous figure. There is a real possibility. You know how a lot of people think there is a theory that Dante is an aspect of Ayn, the manager of Lobcorp that caused the White Knights event? What if... Now hear me out. What if Dante is an aspect of Carmen? Think about that. Because Dante knows when distortions are gonna either buy. Dante is immune to pretty much everything that has been thrown at them, except for physical harm. There is a real possibility. It might be real. We already have a quote-unquote aspect of Carmen and Angela, so never know. I have yet to meet a man who cannot smite bullets. I think Iron Man myself is more like thinking wise. Are they though? At least when it comes to the Dante that we know right now, compared to I'm felt a lot more cold. Sure, at the end of the day, I'm had like a good. At the end of the day, I think I'm had a good idea, but it felt like I'm is the kind that would 100% go. Sancho, take out your shoes for this hard fight. And I think Dante is a lot more worried about this company that I was worried about the people of. I was a lot more goal-oriented than Dante. Dante's a lot more empathetic, I feel. This is actual Italian poet Dante Alighieri. Yeah, this is an isekai. Inductive reasoning conducted from memories of gaps, after all, is bound to have structural limitations. Bongi would serve as an adequate analogy. Bongi mentioned? Yes, Bongi. Receiving feed and increasing in body mass alone would provided no meaningful basis for identifying the purpose of its reading. Even at the terminal stage, when exposed to kitchen instruments and the height of a stove, its limited experience would prove inadequate to constitute an understanding of its ultimate fate and purpose. Likewise, the ultimate answer to your doubts can only be obtained through the whole of experience that have accumulated at the terminus of entire journey, that is your allotted mission. He's a bust skill when he got Isekai. That is true! When you get Isekai, you do get a busted skill. And getting Isekai and get a skill that makes you immune to pretty much any kind of corruption and memory alteration, and allows you to some kind of like afterlife connection to people. That can be in an Isekai. Because treasure awaits at the end of the road. The end of hell. And the treasure will give me back my memories in my head. Also, very Divine Comedy. Yeah, this is incredibly based on the Divine Comedy. We have Virgilius as a guide. We have Dante as the guidee. We are going through Inferno. They did mention that for Dante, they mentioned that at the end of Inferno, treasure awaits Dante, and Dante is gonna recover their memories. I am not sure if Dante is gonna recover their memories, and I wonder what the treasure is. A lot of things to think about. We're getting close, so at the end of the road, you'll be able to engrave your aspect. And we don't know what that means exactly. Yeah. Set the me from before all this began and wanted so badly. Obsessively, desperately. What about the model of Purgatory? That is the question, right? Because Dante's Inferno is not just Inferno. You have Purgatory and Paradiso afterward. So does that mean that we're not even like 1/3 into the larger plot of Limbus Company? More like instinctive knowledge. If my memory is gone, that feeling, however strong it is, does not change the fact that it's just another word with no discernible mental image. And you're not gonna tell me exactly what it is, are you? The aspect. What it means or why I want it so much. And there's gotcha next standalone game never. Oh my god. I at least one thing I will give to Project Moon. There is a real chance of having a standalone game. But as always, as is tradition, it's gonna be a weird one. If it remains a piece of information that must be disclosed to you, then no, I'm unable to tell you. Pay no mind. still following your stars acceptably. Please concentrate on your journey. More importantly, have you grown accustomed to that incomplete power? Current observation suggests you will yet to arrive at that level. Well, I got pretty used to focusing on one place at a time. But keeping track of several places at once is still a bit rough. Never felt like gotcha after a while. Yeah, I really wish the game was more... There is one thing that I don't like about the game, which is one, how much it takes for leveling the characters, and I still don't like that much the combat. Like, it's... At the end of the day, I think it's gameplay-wise is my favorite out of the 3 Project Moon games. I really hope Project Moon games at one point try their hand in a more traditional kind of RPG, you know? I wouldn't mind if they just did like a very basic Final Fantasy 1 style RPG. At least mechanics-wise. Altis team is doing well in combat even without my direct supervision, and the Rodius team is shopping and not engaged in battle at the moment. Yeah, Altis is good enough that you can use our own team. Difficult is too easy. Honestly, I think the difficulty is quite right. But maybe because I never really... At least on the story mode. Maybe because I actually don't... I don't know. I didn't lose a lot, actually. I think I lost. I got defeated like twice or 3 times in the story of the game so far. But the fights that were supposed to be tough were very, very tough. That wouldn't give me no much to practice. I'm trying my best to keep an eye on every step. Sufficient familiarity should result in substantial tactic value. You will be able to cast a wider net with information gathering and employ previously unavailable tactic patterns. Right, also be able to tell if it's a bad time to call someone in too. Even as I continue talking to Faust, make sure not to stop observing place or which group is and what they're doing. When hit through to the right was the right call, don't see any issues. Tim's doing pretty well without my direction. Sarodia... Wait, did she just stuff all pasties and bread she brought into her pockets? How did she manage that huge baguette? She's using her secret pocket, Dante. Now this group, let's see. Ah, looks like they joined the LCD team without issues. LCD. That guy over there must be... Hang on. Faust, there's a dude I've never seen before, but... He seems a bit, different from... A dude I've seen before, but it's a bit different what I remember. Did you specify the issue? I'm monitoring the situation right now. Probably showing up for them too. I also realize now that I think the reason they did this too, like right now, is because now Dante doesn't have to be with in every scene, you know? Now Dante can be somewhere else and we still see the scene to Dante. And that's pretty good. That's a pretty good change. Accidental station here. This is rather precipitous, Dante. In these incidents of a serious nature, perhaps a request for support from the LCC. No, it's not an incident. I wouldn't say it's not serious. What is wrong, Dante? What did you see? What did you see? Do your eyes see someone shot? Rendezvous. It's going from bad to worse, really. Dante seems to be tied up helping the other group. We're still the first node. We just started the second. Hello. All these commands calls has been working out well enough, I'll give her that. Managed to hold the line better than expected, but we're definitely starting to feel the strain. Huh? Why are you waving in the arm and hand signals? Huh? Signals? What city the arm side is this supposed to be in? Don't know. It's scatter, damn it! So scatter! Oh my god. close, we almost got flattened. Damn it, pivot rookies with nothing but the most rudimentary of military training would have recognized a hand signal that basic. What the fuck is Donkey's? Donkey shot it. Yeah. Don, what's wrong with you? Well, we're not trained soldiers, are we? Very. The flourish of a single hand doth indeed make boast for chivalric elegance. Yet when thou suddenly waved thine arm about, clenching and unclenching thy hand in that mystical fashion, only suddenly turned tail. Forsooth, I have left bereft of understanding what will be this to say. Oh my god. You know 100% that. It's so funny to see Dawn doing this shit when you know she's role playing. Sancho 100% knows what the hand signal means. She's just role playing as an idiot. God, I love her. Forget how much hair Ishmael has. Oh yeah. It must be a pain to maintain. I imagine, what the fuck do you have in hair products in the city? I think that all of the personnel in the team, only the swabby? What's the discipline to interpret a basic field signal? I don't picture during my sailing days. Realistically speaking, did you really expect ordinary people like the others to understand professional military signals? This is unacceptable. After all the operations now have been deployed under my lead, still ignorant when it comes to non-verbal signals. I don't think even Dante would know those signals. Yep, I just be splitting ass, literally. Oh yeah, Yiseng. And Yiseng is here too. Let us appease our agitated hearts and follow me's out this instruction. Should this person withdraw? Oh. Urza! Hey! That's my favorite golden retriever. Pretty cool, huh? Let's face it, I know how to make a heck of an entrance. Whoa, are you sure you'll be cleaning up portions upstairs? Hmm? Oh, finito a million years ago. You guys are taking forever, so if you're gonna take a peek in the hand, you're welcome. I picture Arza speaking like a Gyaru. Am I the only one? If she is ever like dubbed to Japanese or something, I 100% can picture Urza speaking like a Gyaru. She gives me those vibes. Lead by your thunder in the sand. The floor's form and shape are now crushed beyond mending, sunken deep to be like in the expense of a wool spring. You're saying, did you just call her fat? Don't you worry about it. It's all the after things care of. Anyway, it should be all of them, right? The force of your landing neutralized the last of the torches outside the building. Great! Can I check the discarded people's faces and clothes? Their faces are all segmented. Make my skin crawl, not a pleasant sight. Their attire segmented. Oh. This appears to be a sweeper! And that one yonder bears the attire of an ordinary fixer. A sweeper being, quote-unquote, possessed by a distortion? That's interesting. Who the hell should I hang out with? Oh yeah, I would love to have Urza just like info dump about workshop weapons to me. There's a weapon as Gyaru. Out in Gyro. Gyro? Gyro Zappoli? Gyro is a... I can't believe Gyro is a Gyaru. And this discussion I landed on probably a local resident, judging by the clothes. Did any of you happen to see anything nearby bursting a big pop and flash? Hey, not once. Okie dokie. Yeah, I just realized too, most people when turning to distortions, it seemed like they turn into pretty weak ones. Only the people that are like strong-willed or went through very traumatic events would get turned into strong distortions, I guess. And I feel like distortions also get stronger with time. So if you manage to get them early, it doesn't take a lot of it. Holy shit, that's a JoJo reference! Plan says Tao. How is this not merely a matter of laying distortions where they stand? Huh? Wait, did we brief you? This is a soft being the structure of our assignment. We are given instructions to perform them, and only afterward do we begin to perceive the nature and contour of the task which have committed to our hand. Wow. The guy probably gonna get to play piano. Yeah, but the thing about the pianist is that, one, pianist was one of the first distortions that happened in the city. And from what I remember, the pianist got stronger like gradually, right? It's not like they showed up and immediately destroyed the entire district. They got stronger with time, right? The pianist incident of the pianist started, and then as he got stronger, I started like taking people. It's the same situation as, for example, was looking to gain an LF tag next to them. Yeah. But again, the pianist is one of those distortions that were stronger the more they took people, and it took a big time. It took a lot of time for anybody that is somebody to take action against the pianist. So by the time they started sending like really strong people there to deal with them, the pianist had already taken over the majority of the district and was much, much stronger. I am pretty sure I was pretty weak. Was it? Don't say anything about that. Are you sure? You can remember reading about it somewhere. By the way, you didn't get me the whole team last time, did you? Only our new girl. This time that dude, I mean, Mr. Bamboo-Hatted Kim's also here. Bamboo-Hatted Kim! Huh? So he is. We're surprised just to know how okay he is. The last time we said he was still under treatment. To be precise, I believe Miss Engdu will say that his mind not yet regains from its tranquility. Ted? You get it once you see him. Feel like you'll just end up having the same conversation twice if I say anything about it now. Shut up and destroy 80% of the district. Okay, yeah. The thing about distortions is that they are... The power of distortions like is varied from what I am getting. I'm not sure exactly if it dependent on like how strong your feelings are, or I don't know. We don't know enough about them yet. And there is a chance also, I just realized, that distortions caused by the monolith, which seem to be what is happening here. I am assuming there is a monolith involved. Distortions caused by a monolith seem to be weaker than like other distortions, because they are like forced to distort, they don't start naturally, right? Oh, there you go, look at that. Look at the flash. Have arrived. It's blinding. So bright, the midday sun's powering like crazy. Feeling the aura, yeah! Soak on it. Wait. Siente la aura. Aura monster Bamboo-Hatted Kim. This is such a cool CG. I had to use it for the thumbnail in the game. Oh great, my water bottle's gone. Even Engdu has some aura here. Look at that. Yet the warm tickle of the sunbeam is rather agreeable. No, it's not sunlight. If it goes on like this, there is more to the sunshine than its warmth. He said the thing! You can't hear me, I am lightly knocking on my table. He said the thing! The line! That's the line for the collab. Yeah. Doesn't he say something similar in the book too? I know someone will has The Stranger also as their favorite book. So I'm gonna have to ask them later. But I'm pretty sure this is also a line, or at least something close to this is in the book. Because in the book, Merciful gets like a heat stroke and ends up shooting a guy, right? The line says in Arknights. In Arknights, exactly. And what exactly is this light? Why is this thing gone again? It's bright enough to fry my eyeballs. Apologies, Lady Urza. I am yet to be accustomed to this machine. My first time laying a hand upon the complicated working of such a contraption. Yeah, I am aware of the collab. Activated for the Zona card and I have yet to discover the method by which may be silenced. Break the damn thing! That's why you leave it alone. Dealing with things you don't understand usually ends with something, or you, broken. Nothing come of it, I tell you. But mentor... Oh, that was Bamboo-Headed Him speaking? Lady Moses has instructed me that every moment in the event, clues are hidden under a veil of one's surroundings and must be examined with care. Yes, it only works if you're savvy about the knack. Hang on, you just say mentor? I've not yet been afforded the proper opportunities to do so. This here is esteemed leader of the Blade lineage, who is all but the master under whom I have apprenticed. Do you really have to dress it up like that? Told you, I only took the robe because there wasn't anyone else around to take the job. Switch, where's the switch? Gotcha! Oh my god. The amount of aura lost in this one scene. It will never be recovered. Even Engdu is sad about it. The way my gold was a fraud. You need to understand, whatever the bamboo hat is on, he's possessed by a spirit of an ancient samurai. Not a samurai, sorry. There is a name for the Korean warriors, I just don't know. I don't remember now. He's possessed by ancient warrior spirit, and that's why he becomes cool as fuck. Meanwhile, he's just like that. Oh my god. When he wears his hat, his voice gets 2 octaves deeper. Exactly. His voice gets deeper, he gets taller, his swordmanship increases. Bro just gained every single stat. The hat is a legendary item. Legendary Eagle Gear. Oh, I wish I could have seen people's reaction to this in real time. I'm gonna look up later. I found a channel that posts like highlights of people reacting to stuff in Limbus Company. And I want to see streamers reacting to the aura loss of Bamboo-Headed Kim. Or no longer Bamboo-Headed Kim. Aria? I think so. I think that's the shadow, yeah. The hat is a relic. True. Huh? Even Yiseng is looking at that and like, damn. Thought he was a troll at first. Known as Bamboo-Headed Kim. Oh my god, look at this door. Yeah, I think that is the channel, Oku. Yeah, that's me. I guess just say, pleased to meet you, folks. And now I cannot unhear like his voice being dark as fuck whenever we heard it before. Oh my god. Guys become powerful other game creators. Ooh, true. Search for the inflection point. Oh. Ad break starting. Okay, that seems like a good idea. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'm gonna refill my water bottle, and we'll be back in like a couple of minutes. Don't worry, we won't be missing any, right? Take the time to also do a stretch, go to the bathroom if you need to, and we'll be right back.
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did. boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did. Sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again...
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi.
I am back. Let me get my... Oi. Okay, so... More often than not, first impressions are prone to change. The member-headed king I remember was a man who drowned in his own phantom, blaming himself for his powerless, listless, heavy voice. That, however, had been while he was starting to sink into himself, so I figured his original personality might be somewhat different. But this is not just somewhat. Besides, this isn't even the same ballpark as my expectations. You're telling me this guy is member-headed him? Even Dante is looking at this guy and going, is this really him? Is this him? Dante says, looking at member-headed him. He is not him. Yep. We double check with Herza and she says this really is the guy. Whoa. This fire on your head's not hot at all? Fascinating stuff. Can you... Okay, can we check again just in case? Dante being angry at him not having any aura is incredible. Dante getting back shot. Oh, you don't let Virgilius know, because if Virgilius knows about this, Bamboo-Hatted Kim's gonna be put in a bamboo-hatted coffin. I can't wrap my head around the fact that it's a sullen, serious man we thought. Just look what he's doing, he's rubbing my face all over like he's checking some kind of mental peace ornament. The fat fucking chud. It's not even fat, it's just a fucking chud. Terra Barracks Bunny. I hate that I know that term. Except for Sinclair. Sinclair's the one you just want to get used to. Sinclair gets passed around the bus like a blunt. What's this ticking and talking going on? Both sound like they're talking to you folks, huh? You terrify me, Morgana. I am scared of you. Further confirmation will be redundant, Dante. The individual is conclusively identical to the one designated as Bamboo Hat Kim. I have no idea what it looks so suspicious about. And dude, just what exactly have you been telling people out there about me? They're all staring like they see a ghost. Show them you're a gallant and formidable warrior, mentor. I miss I understand why they changed her hair. This is a more like a standard anime girl hair. I kinda like the one where the one from before. But they don't look like they heard the most flattering things about me. Yeah, don't you hear it? The faint undercurrent of disappointment in the ticking? Know them you are a man of a few words with much more affection for the followers under your command. And dude. Yes, mentor? That's a completely another lie. A man of a few words is definitely not something you can say about a guy who's talking to his speed, don't you think? About bangs a cute crew. Sinclair doesn't need to translate that one. I completely understand what Tibao means. Tibao is a thing Ryoshi would. Did Ryoshi ever say that? Yeah, they spoke no falsehood. Your conduct is rather shallow and perhaps less refined for a leader of organization. You are much more reserved and taciturn when conversing with those unfamiliar to you, were you not? No matter who one may be, one is bound to inspire either approval or disapproval from those around him. So, I refrain from mentioning any truths that might invite the latter. We even hinted at anything that might tarnish the reputation of my master will not be unlike spitting on his name and mine by his station. Huge Yandere vibes here. Now is Kim's time to get back shots. Simply had no reason to put the air in front of those some folks. And then the case. So you can't see anything if I block the spine, huh? Do tell, how many fingers am I holding up? But not my eyes, you know. Your own folks, huh? And you already acknowledged and accepted that you now belong to Limbus Company? And you do and Kim should begin. Yeah, I can see that. Why didst thou not pay a visit to the LCE? Barely, when one's mind is plagued by the absence of tranquility, don't you refer into the open air and touchable field of grass? With the sorrow of the heart. Dawn is telling you to touch grass. Listen to her, kids. Yield my helper to clay their ire. Exactly. The only thing he's yielding is his ass to Engdu. An asset of the company is expected to act in the company's interest. Yet for whatever reason, I didn't see fighting in the field during the Operation Spider Fire. Our content, you will have to account for the absence of the mission. It is true. He's rubbing our clock! Stop touching our clock! Aldis addressed Kina told she were conducting a formal investigation. Every word flat and hard. Obviously she was not about to let her guard down anytime soon. Yeah. Do you have any experience with people that are goofy but strong autists out of curiosity? Straight up stroking it, exactly. What mission? Oh, that one. Him finally seemed inclined to assume a more serious mission. Stop peering into my face and trying to ride out it. Though his hand was still in my head. Goofy motherfucker. Alright, clearly there's some disconnected expectations here. Listen here, you. I'm really not all about that hard but it's work. Get what I mean? The real disconnect was in stoic expression. And the words coming out of his mouth. Okay, at this point I can understand you, Kim. I'm also not about that hard work. But let's talk about the kind of fellow I am. To meet the resident layabout was forced this job, a frown too, am I dad? Only when he's got absolutely no other choice. I'm really not some big shot thanks to a privately promising me. I've privately been promoting me, asshole. How the hell is playing Overwatch 5 hours a day. He looks like he's doing yaoi bait in Twitch.com. Not gonna lie. It's very much like stop getting roped into stuff that keeps putting my life on the line. Fine, then why did you join the LCD in the first place? You'd rather be unemployed. No, never mind. You're probably forced to stay. Catch him quick. First, they spout this nonsense about distortions and all. Then Force hired me, calling me a company-owned resource or whatever. And the other day, they were gaming on about, what's the name, Golden Bow? Yeah, they invited me a tour in another department to leave some important presentation. And I accepted. I thought it would be a fine opportunity to broaden my perspective. And dude, dear, there are some times where your commitment to do this shine brighter than the sun. I find that attitude so dazzling that I have to squint when I'm looking at you. Who knows, maybe that's why I'm wearing this bamboo hat. Shade my eyes from utter brilliance. You mean to say you are in need of a shield to protect your eyes? Oh my god. Yeah. That's an incredible expression. Erza, might I submit a request for a pair of sunglasses? Cast a hat! That's just the entire thing! That's the point of a hat! That's right there. That's what I'm telling you not to do. You can't just say yes to every single thing he says and turn into a supply request. Now expenses it up a lot, you know. You gotta save up everything you can in the piggy bank when you still can, or you end up broke. There's really no room for consideration. No means no. And we'll make the purchase by me. She'll cover the cost myself. No can... Wait, what? The image of Kim suffering in the background is amazing. Yeah. Kim is just like, oh shit, just doing it again. My poor mentor is in a state of great discomfort, yet I possess neither the wisdom nor the knowledge to navigate the silver tongue of merchants and the maze of stalls to locate the very best item. I must beg to save of you. You're giving me a friggin' headache, girl. I am aware that you and yours are no strange to such dealings. There's no one else I can trust to complete such a procurement for the students of the wind. You know what? Never mind what I said. Just get you what you want. You heard the gentle lady mentor. Suffering shall soon be alleviated. Right. My apologies for interrupting you mid-conversation. Pray continue. And you do take some glaze lessons from others. There's gonna be a glaze competition between Engdu, Altis, and that one guy from Kanto 8 that was glazing Honglu. To find out who's like the best glazer is. I'm already drank the entire bottle, damn. I'm drinking a lot of water recently. You had reached the point where they invite you to another department. No sooner in those words left her lips than her eyes connected with something I couldn't really put my finger on. A strange intensity sent a chill down my spine. Damn. Yeah, so that day, just gonna relax here and watch some TV. Oh, good on you for showing me up to work day, I guess. I say there's a debt we're paid. At least you understand that we are indeed in debt to the company. Yeah, I suppose I do. Since glaze lingered on Engdu's prosthetic arms. Right, yeah. Well, she did get her arms ripped off from using that sword back then, right? Only after following Kim's gaze. Did Sinclair seem to notice Engdu's brand new prosthetic arms? Honestly, me too. I didn't realize she'd lost them again. Last time we saw her, Engdu had lost both her arms. I remember Urza asking her to sit tight and choose whatever prosthetics she wanted. Those arms are probably it. Not just the arms. Even her clothes are different now, and that's good. Yeah. I had these arms fitted anew as soon as the operation was concluded. Rachel's host of the LCDA prepared them in advance. Ooh, dark metallic wrist. Components fixed on her arm clicked and rattled, folding for a moment before neatly folding back into place. Oh, such grateful smoothness, wed to machine articulation. the story and beholding the marvelous prodigies of the illustrious Siegfried himself. Yep, okay, we're going lackluster without that trademark reaction. Those are technically similar to Schwartz and Driscoll's and 7 lineup. I thought that model was... Sinclair is so fucking... Oh my god. The real reason Ishii got angry ideas is because they both do the same exact expressions. That is true, she does have the same exact expression. That one sideways picture of the base CG for TID is also incredible. Someone's like, Sinclair hates prosthetics so much that he knows the exact model, so he knows the best way to like call them bad. Ah, not test. None of the prototypes developed by LCD is phenomenal this sci-fi team, but they're on for a trial. I didn't want to bring that up, Oku, but yeah, people really like that. I'll be fine now that I like them. The basic technology spun from distortions. Oh, I see. For a brief moment, Sinclair's eye lit up as it glimpsed something that brought me back to memory. Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. There was something trouble you, Master Sinclair. Whoa. It wasn't hard to understand what struck the tender memory for Sinclair, and White cast a shadow over his face. And you blame him like pose for that. I will plead the fifth, and I will not comment on resting my cock on Ishmael's face, okay? Can't do free CG jump scare. Apparently they changed the CG here, didn't they? I saw a few people discussing that. There were like a few small changes to it. But sorry, just reminded me of something from a long time ago. My dad used to work with prosthetics before he passed away. So this was the exact same model. I thought this was the exact same model I saw back then. I feel like tech. I can steer the painful memory thing you. For that I apologize. It's alright, I'm fine now. Feeling now a milk drinker. I mean, yeah. Look at Bro's build. If you want to reach the build of a certain Sinclair, he needs to drink a lot of milk. Sinclair's voice still carried a faint tremor, but beneath there was a firmness that had not yet been there before. It had really grown a great deal. Can't thank yours truly for bringing the sword. I was terrified. I did inform Lady Ursa that any blade could serve as a weapon with supplies, but she insisted on browsing goods. Darcy was given the opportunity to lay my eyes on every type of sword that could hope to sink life, walking into the workshop street that day. Oh please, girl. 12 just for 5 hours, that's nothing. Meanwhile, what are you doing? Everyone was distracted taking in Nendu's new outfit and equipment. Him had quietly lived away from the crowd and crouched down to order, rummaging through things scattered on the floor, picking them up. Is he pocketing them? Anyway, what is this place supposed to be? What are all these things? Basically a rack now, but there are strobes and that cloth backdrop over there. Maybe it's used for a photo studio? Oh, that could explain why there's so many photos taking place. Probably, definitely look at the camera at least. Small cylindrical object and turned over in his hand. What are you supposed to see? Is a battery maybe? Oh, a roll of film? Look at the strip inside, let me just pull it out. No, that's... Oh. Out the shout of sharp warning at Sinclair that she had realized something. But Merceau's hand shot out before I could even finish, clasping over Sinclair's wrist before the strip could be pulled out. What did they do? Exposure to the sunlight damaged his object. Oh, it is a film. I already put a little bit though. Can be rewound. Carefully rotate to reach section by the cylinder. Currently blocking the sunlight from reaching the exposed section. Damage is of no concern. Oh, okay, you mean this one, right? This is the part to rotate? Yep, went back in. With a quiet nod, Merceau took the object from Sinclair's hand. the film roll. Something written outside. Fragment number 4. Compact roll for a film camera. Seem to have handled one before. Yes. We saw answer come without any further explanation, but the way he adjusted the camera on the table certainly didn't look like that of a first timer. Question: does the book The Stranger is Marceau like a photographer or something in the book? I know that some people were speculating that Marceau shooting a guy from the book was gonna be translating into Marceau taking a picture of someone or something. That might be the reality here, especially with the camera lens, gun, and sun connection that we're seeing. I once received a report containing photographs taken film of cameras during the war. Film rolls used by NCOR, particularly difficult to falsify. Used to collect intelligence with secret operations. Film fixes light directly into the medium for what I heard. Peculiar expression faced across Urza's face as she regarded Altus. Perhaps the mention of the war caught her attention. Anyway, we managed to regroup in one piece. Let's come up with a plan to deal with the distortion, guys. Where shall we begin? And the next breath, she returned her bubbly self and steered the conversation away from the subject. Is Urza also a survivor of the war? I know that Moses is. But was Urza also in the war? I feel like she looks too young to have been in the war, but my bug might just be that she's like well taken care of. Both Urza and I both still trying to be free of the misconception we inflicted on ourselves. For all her unfailingly perky position, Urza too may be carrying traumatic memories every bit as devastating as Gregor. So she might have been in the war. Does there still remain out deserving illumination? Huh? Yeah, wait, you're right. Haven't we cleaned up distortion already? Couldn't feel any more traces of distortion nearby. Didn't seem like any of the other senior teams themselves were actively engaged in a battle in a moment either. Dante is asking whether the distortion suppression has not, in fact, already been concluded. In the early 30s last time I checked. So there is a chance that she was in the war, just like incredibly young. Because at this point it's been like 10 years since the war. Or less. How long has it been since the smoke car? I think it's been a while, right? She was in the war, okay. So if she's in her early 30s, she would be pretty young in the war, yeah. She is a veteran, but she was probably got drafted very young. Oh, not yet. People we fought just now, they only got caught up in the distortion. They didn't actually distort themselves. Haven't gotten close to the distortion's inflection point yet. Inflection point. Dante is doing the Metal Gear Snake strat. Lasted 10 years the Project Moonverse. Thank you. Anywho. So she was also a Uchet member. Urza? Urza was an Uchet member. Interesting. Anyhow, finding an inflection point without the team leader is gonna take some time. Maybe it won't be too bad without your help. Kept her eyes around the room for a look of frustration. So just behind the puzzle box, half the pieces missing. By inflection point, you're referring to the point on a graph which the directionality of its curvature changes? Calling to mind the present context, will less be a mathematical term and more specialized polysim, referring to the point the distraction occurs, what we intend or indeed for them. Oh! The inflection point is when they start, okay. Moses as well. Yeah, Moses I was aware. Yep, that's about right. That's the kind of inflection point I was talking about. So in our department, we use the term to mean the source of a distortion, the inflector or cause behind it, stuff like that. You know, distortion's hard to treat if you don't know the core cause. Treat the symptoms you see on the surface all you like, but you'll never find the root cause and structures never getting solved. I guess you guys never had to look for that kind of stuff, huh? Your boss clocks open a door and they're phantoms or whatever, right? You went to Dungeons of Phantoms? Yep, that's the one. And while we're standing, storages are really high maintenance, time-consuming headaches. It's one thing to somehow manage to locate the inflection point, but covering it is another thing. You guys can just march straight into someone's heart, knock the snout out of everything there, and ta-da! Patient's ready for discharge. That's how it works, right? That kind of lie. I was so jealous when I heard about it. I almost bit my sleeve off. Verily, I had thought your team would set about resolving distortions as the foe was vanquished. As we won't do. What, was that not so? Of course not. Why would anyone come us for distortion suppression requests if it were that simple in the first place? But yeah, most of the time, people do try brute force approaches to it first. Then when things go south, they send requests to the company or a detective's office. That means the client's time must have been... Bingo! Apparently the residents of Butter Street had all chipped in to commission all kinds of agencies, like the Zway and Combat Specialized Fixer Officers. But none of them actually do things right, and job got passed on to us. Meaning the distortion phenomenon to this kind of folder rap is still occurring unchecked somewhere in the streets. Exactly. That's why we gotta find something. Anything that might count as a clue. Gaze down on the people lying on the floor with a conflicted expression. Neat ash gray suits, the logo of the collar of the uniform briefcase. Isn't that N-Corp's logo? Come to think of it, wasn't Merceau... Yeah, we know for a while now that Merceau was employed by N-Corp. We're gonna have some insight. Do you know any of this? Do you know what these guys are, Merceau? That's manager. These are N-Corp Class 2 staff members. Given the camera briefcase into procession, members of the pin frame team of Service Disclosed. Service Disclosed. Hey, pin frame team, huh? And if you can tell me about them? Yes. It is one of N-Corp's many field departments related to information gathering and processing. Primary duties include handling of N-Corp's internal information, analysis of N-Corp internal information, internal intelligence, sorting of a range of N-Corp's internal information, their sector enough. Something tells me Merceau doesn't like being cut off. Whoa, is he talking an encyclopedia or something? That's another thing to be jealous of. You think it's okay to be borrowing sometimes? Might be an issue for us if we just went and borrowed our team's encyclopedia. Everyone agrees. It's an encyclopedia. Merceau might be unironically the smartest person here. Not like academically smart, but probably like the more knowledge kind of guy. General knowledge. In the trivia game, Merceau is king. Yeah, N-Corp Infame Team, full-time in N-Corp Nest. Why would people already busy enough to do Nest affairs come all the way to the backstreet? I'm unable to determine that. Eh? The possible range of connection between the two pieces of information is exceedingly broad. Isn't every relevant reason as to why they may have come here with quite a considerable amount of time. I don't remember any last time Merceau got us in any sort of crap. Yeah, Merceau is usually the ones that get us out of trouble, not in. Therefore, I will not present a determinate answer to the question. Yeah, okay, what Merceau is saying is like, we don't have enough information to be sure of what they're doing here. So there is no point speculating. Carry holes into me with an unspoken institute always exists. Only pull an answer for me, you know? But aside from combat situations, I still got no way to figure out what's going on in his head. Okay then, Merceau, maybe this will be easy to answer. From an objective point of view, I noticed something I never imagined would happen. Merceau's eyes widened, his gaze fixing me with such force that I must feel a faint tremor in it. A leveling start that came with... Huh. No such thing as an objective point of view. That is interesting. New sprite. Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing this expression. And then he calms himself down. Manager. Deep tone and look almost boring or cook. Huh. Yeah, it did seem to like strike him very badly. And this is interesting because Merceau has always been a very pragmatic person, right? Like, he doesn't speak out of order, he always gives the information exactly as requested. He follows orders exactly as requested. He seems like the person who would believe in an objective kind of view, right? Yeah, but then again, he doesn't believe in objectivity. But the question is why? What happened in this case, right? If we... I think there's more so... I haven't read the book, The Stranger, but I know that Merceau kills a man, goes into trial, and then... What happens in the trial? I don't remember. I think it's during the trial that Merceau's like loses his mind a little bit, right? I think that point of the book has already happened in past Merceau. Merceau probably like killed someone and then was judged by NCorp or like judge found guilty, but it's very sus. Yeah. Like logical mindset. Maybe. Still like a very but a logical mindset would believe in objective points of view, right? Because objective point of view doesn't exist. I feel like the most logical people that I know or that call themselves logical, they always try to have an objective point of view. But even when one doesn't exist, doesn't mean they don't believe that. It feels a bit interesting for Merceau to bring that up. And even more interesting that he got so affected by it, you know? This is the first time that I think Merceau actually cut us off. Still ruled by emotion, yeah. A given judgment may seem infinitely close to objectivity, but ultimately all things are subjective to deception. See, this is something that I wouldn't imagine Merceau saying, right? Because Merceau feel like he was always someone who did not take emotions into account. In logic, there's no objective third party. True. I defeat was because Merceau's reaction had caught me off guard. Wondered whether it's responsible to connect why he would always refuse to make judgments for himself. Something to do with his turn, which I know is just around the corner. Okay, Dante is aware of how it works already. And tell me 3 subjective reasons you think are most likely for why these people had to come all the way to Backseating. I need to understand who he actually is as much as I can. Because I'll never know when I'll get another chance to really know him if I brush this off as simple seem my bad, as usual. Oh, seeing Dante grow as a manager is so good. And yeah, and there we go. We ask him to list the subjective reasons, and he goes for his normal, okay, sure. Presume that their mission was one of the following: retrieval of a video recording of NCorp's taboo, prompt elimination of the violator, contact with an information in the backstreet, collaborative NCorp's nest, or identification of arrest of a wanted individual or individuals designated by the nest. So we will complete taboo hunter. Nah, no way. They don't send taboo hunters for every single violation, you know? Like, wings usually leave minor taboo violations to be handled by contracted fixers. Yeah, because like there are so many taboos in the city that I can't imagine they sending claws and arbiters for every single one, you know? Like, I don't know, man, if you accidentally make Hatsune Miku real, I don't think they'll send a claw to deal with that. They'll probably send like some kind of pizza to beat your ass. And Miss Engdu, what are you looking for in their pockets? Look into their belongings for aligning clues, yet be hidden in their sleeves or fold of the garments. Lady Moses had been gifted with the art of discerning the truth from what lies before her with a single glance. Yes, my eyes are falling such a feat. Let me take a look too. The employee card and okay, so it's a wallet. So let's put that back. Don't want to be robbers. Ah, this might be it. Another missive. Ooh. Work details. Elimination of the individual of a category 3 taboo violation. This is the place. Autism may point to something, but whoever used to work in the studio and the storage phenomenon might be contacted. And that whole pop and change thing happened did kind of feel like a camera. Oh, whatever the distortion is doing is taking pictures of people to make them distort too. Okay. Oh, at long last, Hatawa arrived. My Deputas detective pursuit. Don Quixote must have been miffed for not getting to pay detective back in T-Corp. No idea where she'd been keeping them, but she immediately pulled the detective prop. How did you have that? Barry had foreseen that the day would come. Fortunately, Altis wasted no time of your end. The Don Quixote's battery type shenanigan. Sharp dressing off on her was enough to make her dejected chivalric adventuress stuff the costume away. No! Let her wear the costume, please! Down. There you go, that's the CG. The milk! Give him some milk! Time taking time. Oh hey! Time for combat. Interesting. Oh, that's a fixed member. In this case, let me pick you. Do I have any of you that cause bleed? No. I guess you cause some bleed, that's fine. Yeah, sure. You also cause bleed with the bleed plus burn. Actually, if you're gonna have some kind of burn, let's bring our boy.
의로움을 세우기 위해서라면.
Right, sorry. There we go.
왕의 행진이다.
Spent a long time riffing into the photo studio of the LCD. Not any decisive evidence. There's a lot of photos around, but almost all of them are just pictures of buildings. Nothing much to tell from that. Aside from the canister containing the film roll Sinclair picked up, no remaining items here that can count as a proper clue, active manager. Confirming the rest are empty plastic containers. Probably best check against the film roll. Oh. You guys are inside the photo development room or equipment nearby? Let's search a little more. We see the time of the film roll. Mentor, what do you make of this object? 38th time, Engdu. I have no idea. If I had my wits enough to understand all that lies before me with a single glance like that, team leader, I would have passed the royal examinations long ago and secured myself a lucrative position as a court official. I do miss old film reels. It's been a while since I saw one. I really like tactile stuff. Like having to change the film and develop it. I think it's not, obviously the digital cameras nowadays are a lot more convenient. But I think sometimes the stuff being convenient makes them more personal, you know? I don't know if this is a boomer take. Might be an old man take. I'm getting old already. That I feel when there is some inconvenience to things, you are more thoughtful of what you're doing, and so because of that you have better... Because you have to develop a film. You end up thinking better about which photos you're gonna develop and which photos you're gonna take. And the entire process of developing is more personal. We end up caring more about the photos. So, smartphones might be a boomer thing at this point. That's true, yeah. Eventually, everybody's just gonna have Apple ads beamed directly into their mind. with Neuralink. So they can have the entire information TV done by AI. Isn't the future fun? Mentor, hadn't you already passed the royal? Once fungus or does not retrace its arc and do. So with his life, no one doing what already been cut. Oh, interesting. It's necessary to dwell on no longer being done. No after what was slashed away. Not for you, Mentor. Ought you not dwell on what can no longer be undone? Interesting. Despite his goofy, dark ass look, he can be deep when he wants. Yet keep new videos put in my brain. Interesting. I misspoke, I did not mean it by that, dude. I merely meant to say that I do not wish to recall my past. I am aware. You've told me as much since long ago. You have told me as much since long ago, whenever you were placed in a position to retrace the past. Mostly at the eateries where you filled your bag with unpaid tabs. Each time you brought down the stone wall before a howl for every hand. Those are exactly the kinds of things you never forget. Ow! My belly? I feel a stabbing pain in my belly. The spot of every wound you once gave me afflicts me, yeah. The one where you thought you were only poking me with a scabbard by so cruel term. Was your sword that read me through? I said it was completely healed and I need not concern myself with it. My voice will be repeated at least 80 times. Oh, the girls are bickering. But still ages every now and then. Particularly when I hear your sharp cutting words I really don't want to hear. Why is that so? Enkidu suddenly pulled out a sheet of paper and began furiously writing something down. This? Have written down the words that I just did. Giving my sharp cutting words afflict you so much? Perhaps reading them instead would cause no suffering. Yeah. She's kinda terrifying. Aren't we lucky that we stopped her from starting way back then during that intervalo, during the intervalo of Kim? Kim's face began to contort like a wet dish towel being wrung dry. Can't believe the same mentoring do follow so devotedly. I saw that the dignity and forbearance Enkidu said he had. Damn, didn't know Enkidu had all that. Young Enkidu. There's a matter I would ask. Oh. Praise, speak freely. This may perhaps be a scorchous inquiry, but I too, when speaking to the others those whom I serve, often ornament my words with laudation and acceptable degree, and yet I understand the concern, Lady Don Quixote. I suppose this is your first time seeing Mentor with his shoulders so unbraced and his bearing so loose. In truth, when I first beheld him, I also wondered whether such a man could truly be a leader worth placing my faith in. However, upon my honor, I assure that I have never once uttered a falsehood when I spoke of him to you. My respect towards the blades of my own foes alike, my determination to safeguard what must be protected, even should my arms be torn apart. All of these are undoubtedly the teachings that my mentor was imparted unto me. Truly? Why, if I should grant the opportunity, you may witness Mentor's true self yourself someday. So, okay. The vibe that I am getting is that I think when he locks in, he is like very cool, but most of the time he's geeked out, you know? I'm gonna sneeze again, hold on. Never mind. That is to say, if we let ourselves be carried by the currents of the river, to life and chance. Enkidu gave her prosthetic arm a casual sweep, smiling sincerely as though she truly believed every word she said. Then leaning closer to Don Quixote, she whispered, Besides, unless I speak with disdain, stern ignorance, There will be no end to his digging in his heels. It would ask for yours truly to always aim at his benefit. Ah, I see. I understand what she's doing. Basically, if she doesn't like, oh, we got visitors. If she doesn't keep like pushing him to, it's probably gonna be not gonna act. It's gonna act a lot. Oh, it's them. Their gloves are similar to Merceau's. Have arrived at target location. Here's the advanced party has been defeated. Wait, who are these people? They say there was only a single violator. Crap. It's too late to take a way out of this. Whatever excuses we can come up with. Oh boy, this is not gonna go well. Same thing happened last time. As all the MCorp employees, I thought we had the wrong intel. All of a sudden... Ooh. A sudden flash blinded my vision wide. So I had stared straight into the searing light. So intense and bright that it made my head swim. Oh! Yeah, that same pop and... With my vision blinded, the only thing I could make out was a soft murmur. Until Tat came to a stop as her breathing hushed. Oh! Seeing it again would warm my heart. And I say, Hangdu, though Ascar may indeed be passing through hard times, as if one not quite as rash and... Oh, yeah, this is from the... We saw something close to this in Kim's dungeon. That's right, when she's named to me. Place. Did we just get teleported to Ascarp? No, because there was a very similitude to this. You know what this is? I'm able to detect until now, but somehow was now surrounding us. Because every corner of the space we stood. Oh, distortion? The depth of femtones made entirely out of distortion. Completely different distortions where the NCorp employees were just a moment ago. Ah! That's when they mean that their face was segmented. Oh, and I remember that the currency of the event when it was released, it was those cut pictures. That's cool. Shunokun. That's the Honglu ID, right? The opposite is the work of Schadenfreude. I remember they have no working like that. Oh no, I don't think this is Schadenfreude. 100%. Because Schadenfreude was more that you cannot look at it. It only looked like a camera, but it wasn't a camera. So it's 100% not Schadenfreude. Where Urza pointed, people in smart Nitsus had vanished, and yet they placed figure clad in blood-stained doppel robes or approaching us with dragging, uneasy steps. Right, let's fight the talk later. Oh wait, where's Rainbowhead the dude? Our fate is already taking his leave. No desire to cross blades with the shotguns of Ascorp 5. Ah, I see. Whenever Ken's gone, sadly it's the time to be asking trivial questions. Yep. Battle time. Let's see. There they are. Shonkun, Incapacitate, Bind. Oh, they have prisoner transport. Interesting. Oh, okay. Alright, let's go. 9 party members. Right, I have Urza and Dengdu with me. I just realized. Did you think fucking lose the clash? I just realized. I wasn't paying attention. I Maybe I shouldn't have brought Yiseng with me.
꿰뚫려라. 슛! 가속
She looks so happy fighting. She's so funny. You won? Okay, never mind then. And we'll need a lot more gluttony for that to work, so... Clear! Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they can clash. I mean, I forgot to check the passive. The take orders, has memories, covering onto underwear. Ooh, cover the eyes not to be blind. Created using equal singularity or fashioned to many forms. Commonly used for ease. Not unusual to fixes and employees of corporate industries. Entities in the East cover their heads with faces of product. Serve the same function as sunglasses while using combat prosthetic. Can type information real time. Huh. Throwing to your bone. Jumbled memory. Okay. Security mask. Dimensional bag. Dimensional bag is cool as hell. And the best you have is the bag. Yeah. Resentment. Didn't you have other units with resentment as their panic type? Ooh, she has the arm. The Kebi arms. Do you perchance speak of the Kebi arms in the Printed Tales of Old? Can't still believe it yet. I have witnessed the relying on the hospitality of this company. The existence of the Kebis from folklore may be within reason. Recall hearing of a name called the Kebi unit. But on the other hand, so the primary spectrum that have created using the technology unique to LIMBUS company. And by LCD, it was a from the portion. Huh. Demon Fire Spine Cleaver. Amazing name. Okay. Nice. Book workshop, huh? True. I see you, Project Boom. Project Moon and their references. Right, we're doing well.
40. 먹지.
Oh, nice girl. Poor Sinclair. I think the Sinclair's ID suffers from being an early one. Because even nowadays the basic attacks are a little bit more... a bit more distinct, you know? Who are you attacking? Can I interrupt you with... Yes. I can. Wait, no, I don't need everybody to attack him. How about... you... You... Yeah, okay. That's good.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
A screwdriver! And blinks up again. I now understand how I should use this Malphals correctly to get her ass to be more powerful. But there is really not much I can do until I get like 5 gluttony.
선택받았으니.
And then you can do the thing where you start getting stacks and counter with the stack. Nice. There's more. Damn.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
Everybody attacking the same character. Down.
이것이 서곡의 피날레다.
Got him.
왕의 비호를 하사한다.
I don't remember what the trigger is for Altis to unpack. And I kinda don't wanna read her skills. Because I know she has like 500 skills. Depending on like the order of stuff happened. Ooh! Oh, that was so close. Alright, nice. Oh, you can attack here. Who are you? Yeah, okay. I'm so glad they added the subtitles for when the fight happens. No, the only thing I would wish for that I hope they add, I think they already confirmed they're gonna add that later, it's the mode where you don't see the UI when the fight's happening, when the actual animations are happening. That is gonna be great. I am probably gonna activate that if when it gets released. Oh, she's unpacking. Let's go. Take it out, girl. Nice.
망설이지 말고.
Go, bro. He's doing stuff.
능력의 심장이.
Oh, he got Furioso? Do we have any more than left?
폭죽 소리가 들리는
어?
것 같군. 때가 왔나.
거긴 킬존이다.
GG, easy.
줄에
Picking out my dong for Aldous. No, you should only dongs out only for Harambe. You need to wait until Kanto 11 for Aldous.
하사한다.
God, I cannot wait until to see like what the fuck is the Trojan horse in this universe. What did she do? All of them. Surveying the area. Oh, there's gonna be an ad playing soon. Okay. I'm going to cast a lot of first word to start to click before heading back on the sheet. Okay. Bathroom break. I'll be back in like 2 minutes and we continue. Okay, we're back.
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did. boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
I am back. Ooh, let's continue. Huh? They're not changing back. Doesn't look like beating up the started ones reverts and immediately this time around. Perhaps a fortunate turns of events in a way. Let us search for clues while time allows us. The Hare has returned. Exactly. Right. You take that side, Dingdu. Also is here. Urs and Dingdu moved about the so they were used to this kind of situation. Even when taking a moment to catch their breath after a battle, they began searching up the place. Hello, Vento. I love how you always announce yourself with the cat. My favorite gift ever. Crikey! Don Quixote was the one to voice the doubt in the surreal, unfamiliar situation we found ourselves in. We battled distortions upon arrival hither, yet never before have I beheld our surroundings change in a sudden flash. Crikey, I cannot make sense of the situation. Couldst thou render a detailed account of the distortion phenomenon? Apologies, I would appear I overlooked the briefing due to the urgency of this predicament. According to the definition presented by Lady Moses, a location type distortion. A whole space starts. Oh! A space distortion? Look, distortions already progressed pretty far along. Middle stage, probably. They don't usually get this big, but once they're covering an entire street. And those people entered the space and got caught up in it. Their job right now is to get to the bottom of the phenomenon. What exactly gets people caught up and what happens when they're in? Of course, you can't really rule out the possibility of a powerful distortion that's encroaching upon this environment. Oh, and by that means the distortion bleeds into space around it and warps. Starman Jr. approaches. These distortions are pissing me off. I am the original Starwalker. Oh man, I'm actually taking our team, talking like our team leader. Rubbed off on me, I guess. Space distortion, I only know Space Jam. It's an Archie, yeah? In any case, you won't be able to suppress or cure distortion even if you whoop this guy asses 100 times. At least it's not Love Count. Bro, this is much better than Love Count. Now there are only like pictures of people glued together, not actual people glued together. Urge the director attention to rows of collapsed people all around, often clad in doppel robe. Chew. Bespeaks propulsion and pursuit. Marcian Knokuns? Kunokuns. Functionaries charged with scouring and hunting runaway nobis. Ooh. Oh yeah, Yiseng is from Escorp too, right? How do you fail to know, for I too was once a numbered among their quarry. Scientists and artisans were daily disposed of the station of Escorp after all. True! Making Honglu watch birds in Lovetown. Honestly, I think at this point, Honglu would watch Lovetown and be like, I don't see the problem here. So it was no idle tale. Scientists who plied their craft out fattening Escorp's coffers I seized forthwith and made nobis of the corporation. Indeed. I count myself fortunate to have absconded with my friends before the brand of Nobi could be impressed upon us. Otherwise, they shall confer to people for the convenience of those in power. Oh, they're like marked for disposal, so to speak. So-called taboo hunters. Does the breaching of taboo summon the hunter, or does the hunter first seize the prey, thereafter frame the capturer's prevented transgression? Oh, Yiseng, a cab brother. The powerful soul desires to chase a man down, to take possession of his very being and keep him caged. That he only needs to decree that he should bear the lot of a Nobi. Such is what Escorp has become today. My mentor too is one of the victims of the cursed practice. Huh. I mean to say that they may be conceptual forms of Kunokuns directed by distortion, as is plausible conjecture. We're getting nowhere with this clue hunting. If I have side, I'll just press her fingers against the bro as her head was starting to pound in frustration. Right, now that it's gonna be Mersto Kanto, Altis will also start getting a little bit more active. Because her turn is afterwards. Considering the course of events we've seen so far, would it not stand to reason that the distortion stains all nearby things if memories must fall? This of no clue suggests a possible correspondence to Yiseng's memories. The absence of the corp collector, we can put this. Maybe it is the distortion's memories because despite it being a location-based distortion, the origin point still has to be a person, right? Ingrid furrowed her brow and fell into thought, as though she couldn't grasp the full picture of the problem. I've seen a few distortions that show trauma or affect the surroundings, but this one I'm not getting that pop of inspiration. Can't even guess the distortion once either. Ow! White flash studied round the vision again, so she closed her head and cried out in annoyance. Yeah. Only the team leader was here. I can think would be a piece of cake. And we're back. This is why I keep asking whether we've seen anything burst for pop. Huh. And what else are we supposed to do? Self-defense. They were about to attack us. Suppose finding the root cause and care would be the faster way forward. Yeah. To develop the film found here, we have the rest of the darkest room. Slippery hat wearing coat back here and get talking about the... Yeah, where is he? Every time we take a job, the cycle just slips off without telling anyone. Carefully following Heathcliff's team through another part of my vision. Can't help that. Have you located him? Huh? Boss Clock found something? Yep, I found where Bamboo-Hatted Kim is right now. Oh, did Bamboo-Hatted Kim went to help other people? Let's go. That is great for you, Kim. As long as you actually fight, you know.
행진을 멈추지 마라.
Let's see.
이 좁디 좁은 왕국을 넘어 멸망한 그
Bill.
땅으로 돌아갈 때까지 보아라.
Oh, we have the entire team now?
모습을 우러러
Let's
보는
go.
것을.
So in this case, let me use my lead team.
드디어 내 차례냐?
명령이
예수를
키만 잡고
There we
있을 때가
go.
아니구려.
Yeah, no problem, it's fine.
파우스트가
The people in the backup don't
나설레를
matter that
호출할
much.
겁니다.
Meanwhile, he's with Steam. Bloody hell, what's up with this git? Showing out of nowhere. How should I know, but judging by their getup, Tigger Descorp fellas. Things were going so well, we could have talked it out if those Fedora guys were rubbishing to the place earlier, you know? But no, you had to go barking at him first. It saved us a lot more trouble if you had it, right? Oh, so it's my fault? That's like you were leaking stuff. This is our content area, ain't it? They walked off into something important, we'll be the ones catching hell. Listen, bud. Not everyone's itching to swipe Hare coupons. Yeah, never letting Heathcliff live this down. Oh, how many bloody balls are you gonna milk, cat? Excuse me. Do you want to milk someone? What? Got a problem to mate? Not at all. Just wondering why that gentleman over there is also one of our enemies. Oh? Is that the end of your true performance? James, really enjoying watching you folks dance. Might have been mistaken this place for the peach, lonesome land of legends. We had winter a cup of fine rice wine to go with it. Yeah, that's an enemy, right? Huh? That's a name tag though. I think it says Heathcliff wanted to just smash him's head. LCD or whatever, what gives it a toss? Am I supposed to just put it up for every bastard having a dig at me? Oh dear. Both swings, you know there was a carved in the performance. Slippery or rat. Oh, I do find this amusing enough, but if you intend to play with me, you ought to be more aware of your surroundings. Ooh. Oh, we do get all those doppelganger people with just a single strike. I said that cover surprise for the midgets and troop circus, wouldn't you? Well then, now leave the rest of you folks. Wandering Blades and Murray Tails never linger on the stage for long after all. Oh, okay. You forgot to aura fire, bro. You were just. It really is Bamboo making the Bamboo hat having all the aura. Well, time for another fight. They took his hat and bro lost everything. Alright, we're using Malkov. Let's go. Win rate time. Nice. There we go. We're rolling pretty low, but somehow they're rolling even lower. Speaking of rolling pretty low, isn't that why bye-bye out is considered bad? It's because bye-bye out rolls are usually like ass. It does kind of roll very low though, but that's more bleed for Don Quixote at least. Ooh, nice. Oh, she doesn't do the illegal law. Fuck. I am so sad. I really love using this ID because having her do that legal laugh is so cute. I like killing 100 people. Yeah, that's fine. There are people out there that like to be killed and being hurt too, so it's okay. This is pretty balanced to me, to be honest. How you doing, lady? Hope you're doing well. I am still a little bit sick, but I'm doing relatively fine. Oh, my mouse just got off work. Hey, nice. Yeah, I need work. Damn, I gotta change my legal name now? Okay. I need to control my joke. How many people are 10 people? Still haven't killed nobody? Dang. Oh, yeah, Barbara also can attack guy and put him. Actually, yeah, there we go. much better. Meanwhile, my Dawn is doing the work. Look at that. Look at her go. These designs are pretty cool. Especially like the face having been cut off of real eyes and being put into the pet. It looks incredible. It does remind me a tiny bit of Schadenfreude, but not really. Nice. Oh. Wow. Oh. That's interesting. The distortion. The enemy type changed mid-fight, huh? What are they cooking for next canto? Memory transition. Investigation over. Investigation order. Plus 5 levels. You're pretty low level normally, huh? The firm lading. Intelligence obsession. Okay, I see. Huh. Yeah, these are people responsible to find the Artabu hunters, right? Or close to that. Reticent. What was incredibly interesting. A lot of new information in this interval of work, yeah. We got Merceau, like Merceau showing more of his personality too. Some really interesting way of using the mechanics. Alright, cool. Then, oh, girl. It has 10. We can just like kill other people. Yeah, he has like 10. One unit was take 9 fixed damage. Shit, 9 damage? Okay. There we go. Might as well just kill them. I'm gonna have to flash with them next anyway. Yeah, I'm not doing it on a limit of damage, are y'all? There goes my soul. Ooh, if he killed somebody. Huh. Wait, there's something on Heathcliff. Oh, yes, fine. You don't need everybody to attack them. Yeah, Barber can attack him and you can attack him. Everybody else can attack like one of the two. Good enough. Ooh, nice. Didn't expect her damage to be that high. Yeah, baby. Watkins and Furakumo. Yeah, we're going old school here. I know there are already better bleed teams than this, but hey, if it worked, it worked. They are pretty cool units, and I play by rule of cool more than I play for optimizing when it comes to gachas, and when it comes to RPGs in general. So let me get this straight. Dude was here a minute ago, and now nobody knows where he wandered off to. Yeah, bloke just turned up out of nowhere, flapped his gums, and did a runner before anyone could grab him. Yeah, from what I'm getting, the blood fiends will only like supplanted in bleed teams after Ring Honglu, their father Honglu, because of the other Ring units. But even then, I still think that visually and mechanically wise, I prefer the Blood Fiends. Long listless sighed as though she was getting sick and tired of even complaining about him. Lady Erza, I cannot say frustration displays, yet I trust you are also aware that more often than not, Mentor's actions have carried a profound design. Has never left his post without a purpose so far. Oh, I get it, okay, but come on. Would it kill him to give us a heads up before he goes zooming off in his own again? Not like it would stop him. What are we gonna do? Tie him up? Lock him up in a closet? We don't do that in our team, right? Remember last time? We all thought he was being a good patient, slipping it off in the recovery ward, but nope. When LC got infiltrated, he snuck out without telling anyone and came back like nothing happened. He didn't even chill out for that. Don't know where you are in the story. Yeah, I think I am halfway through the story. It is, that's... Oopsie, wasn't supposed to mention that, was I? That the reason to fail to participate in the operation was simply because the LCD was lax in supervising its personnel? That's what you're suggesting? Lady Moses bade us hold our tongues for this very reason. She knew full well Mentor's intentions would be misunderstood in precisely such a manner. A real ass with Philip Clare. I do have Philip Clare. I mean, wasn't Philip Clare buffed by their other down officers? What part of this have I misunderstood? Did you not disclose that the man deserted this post without authorization? That's the thing, he wasn't just wandering around. He was outside all alone taking down the ring auto mannequins to lock. Oh, bro left fight. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, all he was doing with the strongest enemy out there. He was farming. Fuck. Everybody was fighting the bosses. And Kim was out there grinding. Fucking Moo player. I do have downfalls. Yeah. I haven't used downfalls yet, actually. Oh. But it all thanks to him that facility teams managed to get the comms back up and contact the LC shift dude way faster. That helped the SA actually deploy. Oh! Interesting. And he went by fighting inventory still wasn't fully recovered yet. So he came back looking like he'd been processed through a meat grinder. Yeah, he did end up saying bad a good patient and a lot of pain. And the soldier is not entirely deserving of reproach. Nope, he's a less talking, more doing type, I guess. Yeah, like, he has the vibe that I get from Kim. Is that he kinda hides his competence. Because he doesn't want to do much work. Doesn't want a lot of people depending on him. But if he has to pull his weight, he will. Don't feel solid but still self-consumed burn if the fight keeps going. Yeah. My point is, what happens if one day one of those solemn missions doesn't go his way and he just drops dead in the street somewhere? Are we supposed to help him? Actually, how does he even know what's supposed to be done in the first place when nobody gave him instructions? Looks like I ain't gotta rely on his gut feeling, innit? Gut feeling? Look, I only saw the bloke for a bit, can't say he got it all figured out. He's an annoying bastard, but he didn't strike me as some clueless sod doesn't know where he's tapping. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I can't imagine why King wouldn't want people to rely on him, right? No reason at all to think that. There's proof enough, he's not one of us, so Clockhead couldn't have reached him from that to send him to back us up. No way he just happened to run into us when we were about to get into battle, innit? How could be blokes got some stupidly sharp head on him to piece things together? With that. But I got this moment where I get a flash of that gut feeling, however you want to call it. My boss man Matthew said he could hear that kind of shit too. Said I can hear the gears turning, or I think the rats carrying about. Hit the things that couldn't make heads of tail off. It was this one time when we were expecting a life and death fight. Matthew said he can hear the gears turning, walks into a random pub, starts throwing back drinks like he lost his bloody mind. sounds like someone lost his bloody mind. Back when I was the ship, some sailors used to drink the barrel dry before batting whales to blunt their fear, only to stumble around the deck and fall overboard. Yeah, boss could knock down like could knock it back. Boss could throw it back like a whale. So the point is, getting plastered right before a third floor is all what most safe people call a good idea. And us all cross, so we're stomping after him. And guess what? And now that pub was the secret hideout where the opposing syndicate was set up. They were crowding around the gaffer, running their mouths while killing and put an end to the rabbits. As when came storming in and had them surrounded instead. Not a single of them got away. Getting bloody, everlasting bastard. Huh. So this guts feeling is an actual thing. Like Barstool bragging. It feels like how do I say this? It feels like, have you ever played Disco Elysium with high shivers? I think that's what it feels like. I think some people are more attuned to the city and end up like getting this feeling. Every time Matthew put one of these stunts, a lot of them grow, or a lot ended up growing bigger when they have Cap working so neatly for just coincidence. Instinctive sense or experience-based precognition. A conscious process by which information accumulated in subconscious thought and converted to sensible conclusions. Extremely rare cases in which it gives a demonstrated the ability to arrive at coherent conclusions that surprised me and false. It would appear they was employing a mechanism with the sixth sense, some people call it. Is that a compliment or are you taking the piss out of it? But mentor does not see fit at the conscious step he takes. When all has passed, I often find him no footfall of his was taken in vain. I would ask you, grant him but a little time and wait. Keep waiting and the shape of his intent may yet become clear. Though I confess I have been concerned about him of late. His recent silence is far heavier than I have noticed in the past. Wait. Don Quixote began, hesitated. The stopped himself for saying more. He only gave a quiet nod. Yeah, okay. Suppose the team's leader has been her own reason to letting him be. That said, doesn't mean I'm happy about it. Sigh. Let's just return to the task at hand. Yeah, let's return to the task at hand. Finally had noticed the place they found ourselves in. Yeah, this is the dark room. We've been shutting away in the dark room the darkest whole time, fellas. The red lights aren't helping at all, especially with my aging eyes. Oh, you're looking for the light switch? It's right here. And right then... Ooh, hello, Marcel. Oh, what's this music? There he is, that corner. Is he watching something? I'm developing a film roll. Push you to light my ruin the entire row. Please exercise caution. Anything you know of the print photographs, pal? That's fine, anyway. You express the wish to have film development. I am carrying out the instruction. Greg and the middle team for our down office and Greg on the middle team? Interesting. Yeah, this does it does feel a little bit fitting, yeah. Go to the studio first and now a dark room. Maybe no more than conjecture, but it will not be unreasonable to suppose that the axis of distortion rests on a photographer. The film serial number either matched those found in the photo studio or deviate by only a single digit, other than that dark one is connected by the studio some way. The image is by a striking resemblance to those photographs. I also believe this building and photo studio share a strong connection. Oh, they're brought from the photo studio. They operate to be taken by place in Corp District buildings. Wait, I know what these are. There are some voices in the background. I wonder what the meaning of them. People take pictures like this when supplying stuff to the department store. Correct. The photos must have been taken by a dokographer. gave the container a shake every now and then for a measured rhythm. Whatever he was doing seemed to be part of the process of developing the film. Film rolls are hardly affordable to the average resident of N-Corp. In most cases, taking photographs is on a part of professional duty. There are approximately 21 occupations in District 14 that utilize photography. However, only a single profession involves routinely photographing specific buildings, adhering to fixed standards that can be observed in this picture. And these photographs you mentioned are people interested in the job. Photographic information reported into canned experience. Right, I think that was mentioned before. Mind sharing that art piece, Oku, on Discord so I can see later. How could a person on such a decently lucrative profession fall into distortion? Decent job, maybe, but do we know if they're a decent person? Makes you say that. Photo studio we were didn't have any darkrooms, right? We team leaders say there are other ways of processing film rolls, but in N-Corp you have to go to a darkroom to develop and print them. Huh? Which is why photo studios have these darkrooms equipped with red safe lights right next to them. This place is pretty far from the photo studio. Yeah, we'll cover by newspapers on massive consider. Were they taking illegal photos? No, films can cost a fortune in places of the city, right? Winter White might have print photos in a room patched up with newspaper. Probably is in a legit dark room. Someone just hauled the bare minimum tools needed to develop for them to get in a hurry. Someone didn't want to be seen printing photos. And people don't usually avoid scrutiny unless they're doing something not so decent. See. Manager. I have a request regarding the instruction to develop film roll. What is it? Please ensure that the light in this room is not turned on until development is complete. Are you ready to chat? Yes, however, engaging in battle opens the doors to a controllable variable. This is why I have judged it necessary to make a separate request. Yeah, there's no need for concern, and I am capable of participating in combat while maintaining the development process. You are? How? At the photo studio, reinforcements arrived actually 11 minutes and 34 seconds after the staff was defeated. The studio and the dark room share some kind of connection. Furthermore, Heathcliff, Honglu, and Gregor have battled in the Corping film teams their location. Ah, smart! The initial rinse is finished, process is halfway complete. 11 minutes and 30 seconds have a gap inside of development. Huh. It feels like whatever Merceau used to do for N-Corp, it did involve taking picture of things. Maybe he did pictures of those canned experiences. I should have warned this way earlier. Thank you, Marcel. Very cool. Most of the ideas, more included with just making down off track. Oh, I see. Okay, I think we have time for one more node. And after this, I am gonna have to end the stream. But I think we got pretty far. Let's see what we have to fight. Something sits ill with me. Amid the sprawl of S-Corp started flash, Engdu had her gaze fixed somewhere high overhead. At the end of her gaze... Those photographs? Wait. This is out of order. Weren't we supposed to... Hold on. A closer look, I saw those pictures hanging from the line. The stuff the dark one remained thus partial cold. Right, Merceau was in another location, okay. And meanwhile, this is happening in this location. Once again, down, check for herself. I wonder if the lines pass. High for reach, Merceau stepped forward and plugged the field. No! Another pop, and again, a bright flash went away her vision. Good grief, this distortion light changed his mind, huh? Keep switching between S-Corp and N-Corp. Oh! He's getting caught in a flashbang detonation. My whole body tenses up and goes slack right after. Oh, she has PTSD. So Sapphire so stood in front of me to put the hand on his hand. Huh. The cylinder had been shaken. Got the film to the container and flicked the liquid in it, clean controlled motion. Push of life with no damage to film once development is complete and the image is fixed. Oh, okay, let's go. I still have down off drag cape to rent space. Yeah, rent space is a great skill. Couldn't say the follow technical details, but cost under concern was all I need here. True. People in them. Brad. Incredibly evil smiles. Oh, are these the same person? They look like it. I pick one similarity, they all look cold and indifferent. Yeah, that's the city I arrived when I focused anywhere. No, they're not the same, never mind. Has some photographs they used to make Ken's experiences. Huh. I was about to ask how she felt the same expectation, but faded away soon enough. I have nothing serious. Maybe it was just a spell of random vertigo? Is it even possible to get easy when they get a clock for a head? No. If someone have noticed that I was out of sorts for a moment, or he seemed to pause with purpose ever answering my question. Not just say docographers takes photos to put in Ken's experiences. Raw ingredients for Ken's experience are handled exclusively by brand magazine Sisyphus. There is no known method of external parties to assess. Yeah, then write the main after this is too, but only brand stamped at the fan is brand magazine Sisyphus, same name every time. I remember some of my classmates bragging about him whenever exams came around. Never had one myself though. Didn't really explain, there was something about him just as kind of wrong. That popular, huh? What are they exactly? Campbell says base content of a Kane experience, Noah's experience better, is supplied to reprocessing factories, where docographers fine-tune the details. Photographs are primarily used for this purpose. Easier example for understanding would be why the graphic take pictures of subjects such as building. The purchaser may wish to experience living in a luxurious building that they could never afford. Okay, even though the explosives of violence by experiencing the burning of an expensive property. Demand for haute couture and experience is increasing by day. Oh, so they take pictures of a building so like they have a better image of the building? Information concerning their experience can be easily encountered in realities in low demand. Not images harvested for the commodity value, but for photography not in of itself. Have captured the desired seas of vanishing into the lens. Dark people take photographs knowing it would cost them exorbitant sun. I have never seen some before. Having an amount of money just take a single photo. That is, if they could even manage to find a photographer, it would take the risk of helping take a picture. I'm not so crass as to put the price of sentimental nostalgia. Interesting! But spending so much money on film rolls, why have they made an investment worth it? I'd say maybe this isn't just a matter of sentiments or memories even. Yeah? I'm not exactly an authority on distortions, but I know they manifest through desires or emotions that become warped in bizarre ways. But everything the distortion has shown us so far points back to S-Corp. It is the S-Corp from the past that only Keen and Engdu would have seen and remembered. This photo so they're completely untouched by the distortion. Doesn't that feel off? Strong fixation. I think the next step will be look for the people with the photos. Oh! Photographs that you only undistort and not exclusive have. True, that's smart. Yeah, maybe they know who took the photo, right? Hey, Yangdu, can you get me the office catalog? I probably need some commission office affiliated with 7 Association. Let's look for one to take cast right away. Is someone that always we're fine? I think I know where to find those people. Dante says one of the people shown the pictures has already been found. What? When? How? Wow. Oh, I know exactly what happened. It's Rhodia, isn't it? EWRC. Oh. I think she said, do we regroup, Clock? That one was especially hard to understand, real shoot. Rhodia's with you too? Can you put her on? Okay. Rhodia, you there? What? Dante wants to talk? One sec, I went overboard with the bread and pastries. My hands are completely full here. Hey! You said the magic word and she immediately burst into stream. Pastries? Just one of everything. Eat, can you grab extra brioche and baguettes for me too? Love the ones for that street, they're so good. Hold on, just gotta adjust the pile if I want. You put Rhodia, Erza, and Vespa in an eating competition. And I think the competition's gonna end by running out of food before they get a winner. Just throw 10 on the package. Can't fit food like that, okay? Brad has, bakers have feelings too, you know? How do you think the baker would feel if they knew someone's feeling their precious babies like trash? I should visit Hum Hum Pum Pum. Visiting Hum Hum Pum Pum would be great. The scabbard is writing again for no reason. Yeah, I wonder why. Dante, give me a sec if you need me to fight. I need to cram this in my pockets real quick. No, it's not a fight. I took a closer look at waiting on the whisker back at the first photograph Marcel brought. Where's that bakery you at? It was the bakery. I see. That's smart. Honestly, Limbus bread company. Exactly. They're a bread company because I want to bread done. I didn't say that. Sorry. I think this is a good point to end the stream before I dig myself an even deeper hole. I think we're around what, halfway? Sure. That's hard. Look, you can't talk about Brad and not expect me to make a joke, okay? This is part of the... This is completely necessary. You can't let an opportunity go like that, you know? It be what it be. Halfway, yeah. I'm more first thing Lord of the Rings movie. Don't put Dawn in the oven. Dawn's gonna be fine. She was said Gardevoir. Nah. Gardevoir kinda ass. Masquerada. That's when we're talking. Have you seen the anime Masquerada? Anime Masquerada has like giant hips compared to the actual Masquerada in the game. The animators of the anime knew what they were doing. But yeah, people, I know it is a bit early. I know we usually do these in a single stream. But unfortunately, what's happening when I'm looking? I don't know. I think it's your presence, Bento. Your presence triggers something primal in my brain, and I start talking shit. And I say that in a positive way, by the way. Love ya. But yeah, hello. That did why I learned the furries. Yeah, like the hard, you know. You show up and you get that alert. You have alerted the hard. Right? But yeah, I think that is gonna be it for tonight, people. I'm gonna have D&D now, so I won't be able to like stream the rest of it. We're around halfway, but I feel that is a very good progression of things. We're doing pretty well. And yeah, next time we stream Limbus Company, we're gonna go until the end, even if it takes more than 3 hours. Have a good week, take care. Thank you. Now, how about we raise someone? I was gonna raise someone that I thought was playing Look Outside, but I opened the stream and they're not playing Look Outside. I think they forgot to change the thing. So let me see. What can I Oh, I know where we can go. What is Cass cooking? What is she playing? Retro games. Oh my god, that is old. I wonder how many people in chat are gonna remember this game. There we go. All right, people. Thank you all so much. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Hope you have a good weekend. Tomorrow I will be on stream with Blem, although I will not be streaming on my side, only on Blem's. So be there, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire.